You were abducted and taken to an alien planet, where they hunt you for sport and honor. Little do they know they've doomed themselves. For you're a werewolf, and they took you to a planet with 6 moons. Part 3. Each element its own flavor like ice cream, but you learn the smell of the thing that can hurt you. Occupational hazard. Now that may not matter if your hunter can disassemble your molecules in seconds, but if it doesn't immediately kill me, I can probably come back from it. But what good does that net me? If they go too soft, they might escalate to the point where it won't matter what they hit me with. If they put me down hard enough, they'll think they've killed me, leave, and then I'm stuck on this rock forever. It's not like I got much going on back home while there's a pandemic going, but I would eventually like some old creature comforts. No, the way to win is to get back home. I had to play this smart. I looked at the planet from my cell. It had seemed so big when I had seen it, but truthfully, I didn't know if it was even bigger than Earth. Maybe I was hoping it was, hoping that there was more space to run. Watch. Listen, wait. Bad wolves don't run. I waited. I formed plans, tactics on what to do with what little I had. I ran hypotheticals. But after a while, it felt like what a high schooler would daydream about doing if a terrorist came to his school. I started to really consider that I might be dead or stranded so far from home. What pack would mourn me here? Who would howl in the blood and say that Buddy had paid in the currency of the curse? Who would mule in the dark and claim me a lover and fighter and run in my spirit to through the wood and feast on what it provides? No. Fear keeps a bad wolf in wait. Fury makes them strike. They came for me. Their armory was plentiful. Lots of guns, swords, everything I've seen used in an action movie. No vehicles, but a surprising amount of survival gear. I put into a backpack everything I thought I'd need for extreme camping. Took a knife, not silver, and was lead to a small pod. When I looked down, I saw the floor was see-through. I did not throw up, but I thought about it. I could see the planet below. They were going to straight up drop me. Out of their ship. Into space. Onto a planet. Fuck space. The bug that worked the panel told me they are honored by my sacrifice. To which I replied, Geronimo. And then I dropped. Imagine a car crash. No, imagine being in the engine of a plane while your blender is running on frap. My fucking ears. Those goddamn animals. I could not tell you how long I fell for, too long in a tin can that had been thrown into the turbulence of space. I want to say that I gritted my teeth like a badass, but I definitely screamed until one of the moons came into the view of courtesy window I was given. Whatever lay below me, I felt confident in one thing. It did not matter that here were not Earth's moon. It's like an intuition or a feeling in the air. It permeates all bad wolves. This might not make sense. It's like knowing a friend is the one knocking on your door. As I entered the atmosphere, my cackle joined the myriad of sounds. I felt like a madman as the pull from the pod slowed my descent to the eventual landing. As the pod rested there on that deep purple landscape, the doors opened to a dry heat. The smell of metals filled my nostrils, and I took my first intrepid steps onto the new planet. I didn't get to enjoy the moment. The change doesn't account for sentimentality. It takes. All things that make you stronger come from pain, and the change is no different. It peels back the skin as if glass shards were to separate it from bone. It burrows like bees in your teeth, popping each one out and driving a stronger nail through the hole. It is the pop and street yetch of your jawbone to front of your face with all the corresponding pops, breaks, and grinds. I try not to think about the tail. It's weird. It's maybe the only thing I haven't gotten used to. I won't lie. This time it felt different. Certain portions would stop before completing the full turn. One hand had fur, but the nails hadn't come in. Half of my face was still flat, and the other was trying to accommodate a muzzle pushing out. I felt lopsided, off balance. One leg I discovered was stretched out and looked midway broken, a few key joints yet to form. I looked up at a red sky to see a waxing moon overhead, praying it would let me take off my skin in the cannibal glow. The mental was the weirdest part. The brain has to be streamlined to accommodate the change. All complex thoughts are traded for the ability to comprehend all the new information, your senses and now sensing. Sometimes it leaves you with enough to drive. Other times you just along for the ride. To me, the degree of control has always felt comparable with how much of the moon is out.